Hey y'all, what's happening? So I wanted to share that I don't know what I want to share. I think one of the things I want to share is sometimes when people are expressing themselves or they're processing a lot of big information, right? We all have different ways of processing information and data and different things like that, and just life events, connections, um, just lots of things. And even just like the way that we live our lives can be a real testament for people that the beliefs and that they hold or they've held their whole life, that have served them quite well, um, things that have served us or others that have served them, or brought people success in their careers or their networks or in different things. And but same for us. I think there's a part of me that wants to share that I don't want to say an epiphany. I'm getting to experience somewhat of a palpable observational witnessing of how my life is impacting others around me. In that, by me living my life in the way that God has led me to lead, not leave, okay, maybe leave. I've had to leave different things along the way, different people, different chapters of my life along the way. And that never feels good. It never feels good. Even when it's necessary, it never feels good. But there's a lot of things that God has protected me from, even things that I didn't know how to navigate. And it wasn't like just from leaving and cleaving kind of thing, but something happened. This is kind of a season and a time of people that doubted you before, the people that may have mocked you before or tried to put obstacles in your way or try to block your path, which is all the same thing, right? Almost all. God's revealing to them why they were hidden from you. This is a time of redemption for you, that God is actually, as God brings you into recognition, I don't want to say your enemies, but the people that were in a position of posturing their feathers of power and authority over you in your life and projecting over, their belief systems, their limited belief systems, their way of thinking of things and being successful in the world, and projecting that that's the only way to be successful, wanting to maybe set you up for success, but also working to be a gatekeeper on how that might happen. Or even just events that God has, I want to say, delivered you from, events that God has, how do you say, helped you navigate. Great job in leaning in to seeking a higher guidance, and revelation from the Lord. A lot of us thought that it was just our own natural thoughts. A lot of us thought, if you're not believers and familiar with having a relationship with Christ, a lot of the supernatural resources and people that came into your life during times of trouble, even when you were actually alone, and it seems like it was kind of scripted for all of us to kind of go through this, I don't want to say isolation period, but like a cavern of why is nobody understanding that I'm in major trouble? Why is nobody understanding, kind of like for me, I'm not gonna get on social media and be like, hey guys, I'm in trouble. But I independently will take care of my own ish usually, and I won't usually give that to somebody. So that's something that I've had to learn to allow people in to help me with, in my life, like my family that wants to be there, and just different people who have come across our path. And I've learned to put that harder shell, that protector shell, that just ultra feminine, independent shell aside and put it down and put my armor down, so that God could send the laborers across my path that I need, to bring me knowledge, to bring me resources, to read the books, to read, whatever I needed to do, to help me navigate and learn and expand and grow and have that inner development, in the Bible, and like reading the scripture, and like the study, and getting into good group of people that you feel, I want to say, connected with, but also challenging oneself to get out there and connect with, I want to say, different groups of people, and also really similar types of people, which isn't always great. If you're somebody that's in a stage where you need to grow, then you're being challenged to be around multiple groups, like, ooh, 1144, hey, what up, our 144s, and all of those witnessing, wow. But like when you're in a state of like needing to grow, it's not going to be comfortable. Like if you're in a state of, like say a community that's like challenging you to grow, or you're in a state in a group, dynamic of like people that are similar to you, you're going to probably all have low vibrational frequencies where you all have things to work on at the same frequency, the same level of frequency, and it's all going to show up differently. Yet at the same time, God has brought you together because you're all of your strengths, giftings, and the way that He's cultivated your personalities, your communication style, your grace, your patience, everything, the lessons that people are supposed to learn. Some of us are there because we're learning the lessons, and we need to grow, and we need to challenge and step up and move forward. And sometimes we need people to help, not motivate us, but okay, sure, some people do. Also, sometimes we need somebody to just like reach down into the trenches and help pull us out. Sometimes we need a bunch of grace to like, especially while we're working on like figuring out things like, why isn't this working? Why isn't that working? As you're making progress, because progress doesn't just like go like ta-da overnight, something's solved. Especially when something you don't understand, like for myself, like when kind of shit was hitting the fan, I don't understand. I now understand. I have more clarity now of how things started, and got more kind of involved with stuff. So I'm learning more about it. And a lot of it is like not denying what I knew before, even when other people don't believe that, or like risking how other people are going to see you, judge you, whatever. This is such a vlog today. What? A vlog. What? It's turned into a vlog this morning. Anyways, like, sometimes God will move us into, a lot of times He'll be like, hey, Danny, go here. I need you to go, somebody's been praying for a partner, and I need you to go be a companion for a while with them. And that's happened in my life a couple times. There's also been times where I've prayed for certain things in my life and certain things in a relationship where I was sent to somebody and I was able to grow through that, and I want to say be mentored through that, but also go deeper than I ever have had the opportunity to go. And like it helped me to break through to like understanding, oh, it's okay to create a safe space, even if I don't know how to experience safe in depth outside of, certain dynamics or whatever. So I don't know, we all have our things, and God sends us to people as much as people are sent to us. So we don't always think about those things. But what I was going to share with you, basically, I just want to, my message really is, you're probably going to find like either yourself or other people, you may come into reconnection with people. Like definitely seek the Lord in all you do, prior, during, and throughout, and also after, for sure. Yeah, so this is a season and a time for people may draw near to you and learn about your progress, and see where you're at. You're all doing kind of like a checking the temperature and checking in, because God is really making Himself known in how He's moved in your life, and helping to challenge people for what's no longer serving them and how they can adapt and transcend.